This is Matrix Lord 212, and wow, pretty warm weather in December here in New York for this time of year. There's a storm going on or something. Anyway, I want to talk about Doctor Who. I can hear that. Wind's going crazy. I want to talk about Doctor Who, and I want to talk about the character of River Song. Are we ever going to see the Jimmy the Fish episode? Are we ever going to see any more secrets about River Song? Was she even married to the Doctor? I mean, it looked like she married the Tessellect or something like that. So, did that have any meaning in the Wedding River Song? And, what else, like, brings them together where he actually falls for her? Because it appears to me that, yes, he likes the character. Yes, he feels indebted to the character. He feels responsible for her being taken from Amy and Rory, but when push comes to shove and there's talk of love, he always goes back to Rose Tyler. Always goes back to Rose Tyler. He mentions Rose Tyler. He thought about it when Kazran Sardik gave him a little dig in the Christmas special. So we know he loves Rose Tyler. But does he love River Song? He may have interest and he may like to party, but I don't think he loves River Song. So I want to see how this relationship um, evolves because for some reason I just don't. It's like a friend or companion, but it's not like with him and her. I don't see really a connection right now, unless it's a future Doctor, 12th Doctor. But this is why I think this is why fans really want to see the Rose Tyler return, because what if River Song and Rose Tyler were together? Like, what would River say? I mean, did the Doctor tell of all the companions? We know that at some point in time he tells River Song about Donna Noble. Obviously, he's got Donna Noble on the brain, where it hurt him so much what happened to her. So, um, you know, does the Doctor love River Song? My answer is no. Um, he may in the future, but not right now. So other than that, I mean, you gotta ask yourself, how many of his companions was he in love with? Well, it looks like Sarah Jane Smith. He was in love with her. It looks like Rose Tyler. It looks like, you know, Romana, definitely. But how many of his companions did he really fall for? You know, um, we don't know. I mean, with the Seventh Doctor, it was more of a professor, teacher-student role. It wasn't, a lot of the Doctors, it wasn't really, there was no romance or nothing. Only, the moment that kiss happened with Paul McGann, I think that really changed everything in the Eighth Doctor pilot, because then all of a sudden, after that, when Russell T Davies brought it back, it was like, it was always the possibility that he may, even though it didn't never happen, but there was always a possibility that he may fall for his companion. And after the Rose Tyler thing, that was just amazing acting by David Tennant, Doomsday. It was just leading into the Runaway Bride. It was just, I mean, he really is a good actor. I mean, I don't know why certain people don't see that, but he is so amazing. I mean, he puts his heart and soul into it. Like, he is the character of the Doctor. I mean, he's so into Doctor Who, even though he's not acting in it now, that he wants his kids to be part of it when they get older. I mean, he's a cool dad. He's a cool fan. I mean, I would love to meet him. It would be awesome. John Sim too. He seems like an awesome guy too. But he's a great actor, David Tennant. I believed everything he did as a Doctor. I felt it. And he portrayed the Doctor in many different lights. Family of Blood, Human Nature. That was crazy. The end. And he just did that to all those family members, like they were evil. That was so awesome. You know, the Rachnos, what he did with her. But then, he had those great moments like Christmas Invasion when he was chilling with Rose Tyler's family. It's like really cool. I think David Tennant's awesome, and I really was hoping to see a follow-up to the return of Astrid Perth, because I would have liked to have seen her as a companion with David Tennant, or Lady Christina Del Souza. Who knew? Who knows what would happen if there was no specials and it was just going on from season? I'm almost sure you would have had Astrid Perth, or you would have had, Kylie Minogue, or you would have had, Lady Christina Del Souza. So the possibilities are endless with David Tennant, especially like in a movie. He was running around without companions for a while. Who knows what he did? Maybe he picked up, it found Astrid or something. Who knows? I mean, but this, leaves the imagination open. Now, I mean, even with the 11th Doctor, like, he was 907, and then all of a sudden, he was supposed to die when he was 1103, I think. So, what was he doing for all those hundreds of years? Like, we said glimpses and pieces, but, how many adventures are there really? I mean, how many adventures with River Song were there? Jimmy the Fish. I mean, I'm sure that was one episode. That was one episode we'll never see probably. The Hidden Adventures. I really, if I could have a request as a fan, I mean, just like That's the Way It Goes Online said it. I want Colin Baker to get on the shot. I want to see how Colin Baker would portray how he envisions the Doctor with Stephen Moffat writing. I mean, the anniversary. I mean, I really, out of all the Doctors, I really didn't like that Doctor. I tried so hard, and you know what? Now that I'm older and I can think with my mind, I'm not a kid when I was watching it, but I feel for Colin Baker, and from what I heard that, he was given horrible scripts and the worst outfit in history, and that's not the way he envisioned it. But I would really want to see how he would handle the character. And I don't care if he's older now. I mean, throw him the anniversary. Make him really, make him shine. Make the fans see, how he could be. Because like I said, out of all the Doctors, I really liked his Doctor the least. I mean, when Peter Davison regenerated into him, like, I hated his first lines. Purely, I mean, as a kid, I purely hated his dialogue. I hated it. And the moment he choked Perry, I was like, you know what? I'm almost done with Doctor Who. I was just like, what? And I think the really highlight of Colin Baker was when the Ronnie was in it with the Master, and I think also, they had the Daleks in it, but then it was also when the Trial of Time was the best thing for him. But the fact that he left Perry behind, I mean, they really made the Doctor portray like he's a jerk. I mean, like he didn't give a crap about his companions. I mean, Perry was awesome. He just left it there. Like, first he thought she was dead, then she was alive, and he just left it there. You didn't even say goodbye, like coldness, and in a way it fit the character too, because you sense like he was evil in a way, and then he could become the Valiant. Of course, it was like believable, but I think Colin Baker needs to get another chance. I mean, the Sixth Doctor changed the outfit. Like, That's the Way It Goes Online says, and give him a new outfit, give him a blue outfit, whatever, and give him a big part in the anniversary. Really, I mean, you could make it like a time distortion where because the new Doctor's around, the Doctors are older. Who cares? I mean, the fans really not gonna complain. I think as long as I mean, I really want to see Tom Baker. And I would like to see the second and third Doctors, the actors' sons, play the part of their father, and another actor is William Hartnell, because you know what I mean. You can't. I don't want to see old clips like mangled together. That's like the worst thing, and that ruins the special, the anniversary. So if you have to have a new actor, I don't mind it, but put him in the credits, and because it's not taken away from William Hartnell. I mean, he was an amazing actor, and just have somebody else play the part for now, because it's not like they're always gonna have someone play William Hartnell's part, but or Patrick Troughton or John Pertwee. But I feel if Tom Baker would have been in the Five Doctors episode, it would have been superb. And he wasn't, so it was like, and Mama too, that would have been awesome. So I would have liked to seen that, because it really wasn't the Fifth Doctor, it was four Doctors. But I mean, I don't even know why they still called the Five Doctors if there was only four, but whatever. And after that, what do we get? Dimensions of Time with all the doctors together. It wasn't really that, they weren't really together anyway. That was just yuck. So, I'm ranting about different things with Doctor Who in the classic series. Seventh Doctor too, like, he was amazing. Sylvester McCoy was an amazing Doctor because, he just, it was all about finalization with him. I mean, he had the appearance with the outfit, like, oh, he was dressed weird, and, it's almost like Tom Baker, like he was dressed weird, and he didn't care what people thought, and he took them by surprise because, like, he eliminated, like, he ended finalization with the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Master. I mean, it was like, okay, Doctor Who, they knew it was ending, was going to get canceled, and he just took out of all his foes in one season. It was like, wow. And they were like hinting that they were going to reveal Doctor Who back then, with Silver Nemesis and Curse of Fenric and all these villains that knew who the Doctor was, but the Doctor's like, oh my God, they're going to say who I am. But it was so, he was a little bit dark too. Sylvester McCoy. I mean, I really loved Battlefield. That was the first episode I introduced the kids to when they were little. They really remember it now because when I introduced it to Christopher Eccleston, then that was it. Like, they were hooked forever. But back then it was cool. They liked it. They liked watching over and over and over again Battlefield, but they really didn't know what it was. But Ace, I liked her as a companion. I still say it was a shame that we didn't get to see how she left, what became of the character. So many good stories came from the classic series that some of these new fans don't know. And go out and buy the classic episodes. Download it on iTunes. Check it out. Like, if you have a question about Omega, get the Three Doctors. Watch that first, and then I think it's Arc of Infinity. Check it out, man. Check out the YouTube. Type in Omega. Look on my channel, the tribute to Omega. I mean, all my favorites. I mean, check it out because there's a lot of good villains out there that new fans don't even know about. And then if they read about it, they look at videos about it. They're like, oh my God, this guy's got to be in for Series 7. So definitely check it out, Doctor Who fans. And look, so many different awesome things happen in the classic series. Wonderful episodes. Introduction to the parallel universe with Inferno with the Third Doctor. So check it out. I would say check out the classic series. And then enjoy the anniversary when it comes. Alright? Please leave your comments below, and thanks for subscribing.